My friend, let me start by saying something that changed my life success is not something you pursue. It's something you attract by the person you become. If you want your life to change, you don't start with the economy or your job or your neighbor. You start with you. Because for things to change, you've got to change. For things to get better, you've got to get better. And the good news is you can change. You can start right now. You can take the next 6 months and completely revolutionize your life if you make a plan, stay consistent, and build yourself from the inside out. Now, 6 months may not sound like much, but it's enough time to do something remarkable. It's long enough to plant new seeds, to start new habits, to rewire your thinking, and to change your direction. You can't change your destination overnight, but you can change your direction overnight. That's where it all begins. Because life responds to direction. It doesn't respond to need, it responds to purpose. So let's talk about this plan. It's not about running faster in the same direction. It's about turning the wheel slowly, deliberately, intelligently, toward something better. You don't have to overhaul your life in a day. You just have to make small, consistent adjustments that compound over time, and 6 months from now, you won't recognize yourself. The first step, my friend, is philosophy. That's where your life begins to turn. Your philosophy is simply what you know, what you believe, and how you apply it. It's your personal set of rules for living. It's how you interpret the world. 2 people can be handed the same day. One will say, "What a terrible day," while the other says, "What an opportunity." The day is the same, but their philosophy is different. Change your philosophy, and you change your life. So, for the next 6 months, I want you to start working on your philosophy. Read a book. Not just any book, but one that stretches your thinking. Reading is like mining gold. You might go through a lot of dirt, but the nuggets are worth it. Don't just let the television program your mind. Take back control of your mental diet. You can't live a positive life with a negative mind. Feed your mind like you feed your body, wisely, deliberately, with purpose. Next, let's talk about attitude. Attitude is the difference maker. Your attitude is your window to the world. If the window is dirty, everything looks distorted. Clean the window, and suddenly everything looks brighter. You can't always control the events of your life, but you can control how you respond to them. That's your real power. And when you understand that, you stop feeling like a victim of circumstance and start feeling like the captain of your ship. In these 6 months, learn to practice gratitude. It's one of life's strongest forces. Gratitude turns what we have into enough. It makes poor men rich and rich men richer. Every morning, before the rush of the day, take a few minutes to be thankful for the opportunities, the lessons, the breath in your lungs. Gratitude is the seed for abundance. Plant it daily. Now let's move to discipline. This is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Without discipline, dreams remain wishes. Discipline is doing what you should do, when you should do it, whether you feel like it or not. Feelings are fickle, but discipline is loyal. You can't rely on motivation every day, but you can rely on discipline. You see, discipline is built like a muscle. Start small. If you can't keep a promise to yourself for a day, you won't keep it for a year. Begin with one habit. Wake up 30 minutes earlier. Read 10 pages a day. Write down your goals every morning. Do it until it becomes part of you. Because if you can't control your mornings, you'll lose your days. And if you lose your days, you'll lose your life. Speaking of goals, let's get serious about them. Most people drift through life with no clear aim. They wake up, go to work, come home, and repeat the cycle. 6 months turn into 6 years, and they wonder where the time went. Don't let that be you. Goals give meaning to time. Without them, time slips through your fingers like sand. Write your goals down on paper, not just in your head. Something powerful happens when you write it. The mind begins to see it as real. Be specific. Don't just say, I want to make more money. Say, I want to earn an extra $10,000 in 6 months by improving my skills and creating new opportunities. That's clear. That's measurable. Then break it down. What can you do today, this week, this month to move closer? Most people overestimate what they can do in a week and underestimate what they can do in 6 months of steady effort. So stay patient. The secret of success is not in the big leap. It's in the steady climb. Now, let's talk about association. Who you spend time with will shape your destiny more than almost anything else. Birds of a feather flock together, and people become like the people they hang around. If you hang around thinkers, you'll start to think bigger. If you hang around complainers, you'll start to complain. Make it a goal over the next 6 months to evaluate your associations. Who lifts you? Who drains you? Who challenges you? Who makes you better? It doesn't mean you cut everyone out of your life, but it means you choose where you invest your time. Because time is your life, and whoever gets your time gets a piece of your future. And while we're on that subject, remember, be someone worth associating with. Don't just look for good people. Become one. Bring value to the table. Bring encouragement, ideas, and positive energy. Because success is not pursued, it's attracted. Another step on this 6-month journey is communication. Your ability to communicate will determine your success more than almost any skill. Learn to express yourself. Learn to listen. Learn to ask good questions. People who communicate well are people who connect deeply. And connection is the bridge to opportunity. Practice speaking with confidence, even if your voice trembles. Write letters. Start journaling. The more you practice expressing yourself, the sharper your mind becomes. Words are tools. Learn to use them well. Now, let's talk about work. Work is not a punishment. It's a privilege. It's how you bring your value to the world. The secret is not to work harder. It's to work smarter and with purpose. Don't just show up to get paid. Show up to learn. Show up to serve. Because when you bring more value, the marketplace rewards you. One of the laws of life is simple. You don't get paid for the hour. You get paid for the value you bring to that hour. So the next 6 months are about increasing your value. Learn something new. Take a course. Study your field. Master your craft. When you become better, everything around you gets better. Let's also talk about finances, because money is part of success. It's not the only part, but it's a reflection of discipline, value, and mindset. Most people work for money, but the wise learn to make money work for them. Spend less than you earn. Save a portion. Invest wisely. Don't buy things you don't need to impress people who don't care. Keep a simple principle: what you sow, you reap. If you sow carelessness with your money, you reap scarcity. If you sow wisdom, you reap security. The next 6 months, develop financial discipline. It's not how much you make. It's how much you keep and what you do with what you keep. And let's not forget health. What good is success if you can't enjoy it? Take care of your body. It's the only one you get. Eat well, move your body, rest properly. A strong mind needs a strong vessel. Your energy is your greatest currency, and you can't create a great life on empty fuel. Every day, take a moment for reflection. Ask yourself, what did I learn today? Who did I help? How did I grow? Because reflection turns experience into wisdom. Without reflection, we just repeat the same mistakes. With reflection, we gain insight. Now, don't expect everything to go smoothly. Life will test you. It always does. Growth never comes without friction. Challenges aren't there to stop you. They're there to strengthen you. The same wind that extinguishes a candle fuels a fire. Be the fire. When things go wrong, and they will, don't say, "Why me?" Say, "What is this trying to teach me?" Life is not happening to you. It's happening for you. Every setback carries a lesson. Every failure hides a seed of success. You just have to look for it. In the next 6 months, you'll need patience. Real growth takes time. You can't plant the seed today and eat the fruit tomorrow. But if you keep watering, keep nurturing, keep believing, the harvest will come. Most people quit in the middle. They never see the fruit because they stop watering. Don't let that be you. Surround yourself with inspiration. Listen to good messages. Read stories of people who have overcome. Keep your environment alive with energy and faith. The mind becomes what it's fed. And as you grow, don't forget to share. The real joy in success is not just in achieving. It's in contributing. Give someone a word of encouragement. Mentor a younger person. Teach what you've learned, because giving cements your growth. You keep what you give away in wisdom. Remember, 6 months from now, you'll arrive somewhere. The question is, where? The days will pass whether you plan them or not. The difference is whether you'll end up where you intended or where chance decided. So today, make the decision. Draw a line. This is the start of your 6-month transformation. Start small, stay consistent, think deeply, and act boldly. Because if you change your habits, you'll change your future. If you change your direction, you'll change your destination. Most people spend more time planning a vacation than planning their lives. But your life deserves more. Sit down with yourself. Write your goals. Write your reasons. Reasons make the difference. If the why is strong, the how becomes easy. When the heart is on fire, the feet will follow. And remember, it's not the years in your life that count. It's the life in your years. 6 months of focused living can be worth more than 6 years of drifting. You are not too late. You are not too early. You are right on time to start building the person you were meant to be. Start by becoming the designer of your own life. Don't let the default settings of the world choose your outcomes. You were given the ability to think, to decide, to act. That's the power of being human. You can rewrite the script anytime you choose. Every morning, wake up and remind yourself today is a new chance to design, to learn, to improve. Every night, ask yourself, did I live today in alignment with my goals? Did I grow even a little? Because success is not a destination. It's a daily discipline, a steady journey toward becoming your best self. There are 2 kinds of pain in life, the pain of discipline and the pain of regret. Discipline weighs ounces, regret weighs tons. Choose the pain that leads to growth. Choose the path that builds you. 6 months of discipline can erase years of regret. If you stay on this path, your confidence will rise. You'll start walking differently, talking differently, thinking differently. People will notice. But more importantly, you'll notice. You'll begin to realize that success is not something you wait for. It's something you work for. It's something you build. It's something you become. And when you look back after 6 months, you'll see that the journey wasn't just about achieving goals. It was about becoming the kind of person who could achieve them. You'll have built habits that serve you, a mindset that strengthens you, and a spirit that guides you. Because life doesn't give you what you want. It gives you what you deserve based on the person you've become. So spend the next 6 months becoming deserving. Build yourself. Discipline yourself. Educate yourself. Challenge yourself. And as you do, something magical happens. Doors open. Opportunities appear. People show up, not because the world changed, but because you did. The world is a mirror, and it reflects your own growth back to you. So, let the next 6 months be the proof that you can transform your life, not by luck, not by chance, but by design. When you start to design your life, something stirs inside you. It's the awakening of potential that's been sleeping, waiting for direction. You see, potential is a lot like a seed. It holds everything it needs inside, but it won't grow until it's planted, watered, and nurtured. You already have the potential to become something extraordinary. The only question is whether you'll take care of it. Over the next 6 months, you can turn your potential into progress. You can turn invisible possibilities into visible results. Most people never discover what they're capable of because they never demand more of themselves. They settle for good enough when great was possible. They let comfort rob them of progress. Comfort is a silent thief. It sneaks in wearing the clothes of peace, but leaves you with emptiness. Growth only lives on the border of discomfort. You have to step beyond the familiar to find your new strength. So I want you to get comfortable being uncomfortable. That's where transformation begins. Every time you do something that stretches you, you expand your capacity for more. It might be waking up earlier, speaking in front of others, learning a new skill, or saying no when it's easier to say yes. These small acts of courage become the building blocks of confidence. Confidence doesn't come from wishing, it comes from doing. When you follow through on a promise to yourself, even a small one, you begin to trust yourself. And when you trust yourself, you no longer depend on the world to approve of you. That's real freedom. The next 6 months should be about building that kind of inner confidence. The kind that doesn't shout, but simply knows. Now, let's talk about consistency. Consistency is more powerful than intensity. Anyone can get excited for a day. It's staying consistent for weeks and months that changes you. The same hammer that breaks a rock in one blow didn't do it in one swing. It was the accumulation of hundreds of strikes that weakened the stone until it finally gave way. Success works the same way. Every day, small efforts compound into something remarkable. Most people quit right before the breakthrough. They think nothing is happening because the results aren't visible yet. But growth happens underground before it shows above ground. The roots grow first, and then the fruit. So if you don't see results in the first month, stay steady. Keep watering, keep working. The roots are growing. Another thing you'll need in your 6-month transformation is self-awareness. Self-awareness is the foundation of growth. You can't change what you don't understand. Take time to observe yourself, your thoughts, your patterns, your reactions. Ask, why did I respond that way? Why do I procrastinate? Why do I feel stuck? Because the more you know about yourself, the more power you have to improve. Most people live on autopilot. They do the same things, think the same thoughts, and wonder why they keep getting the same results. But the moment you start observing your own patterns, you gain the power to interrupt them. And when you interrupt an old pattern, you create space for a new one. Here's a simple exercise each evening. Review your day. Write down what went well and what could be better. That's it. Simple, but powerful. Because reflection is the mirror of progress. It helps you see not just what you're doing, but who you're becoming. And speaking of becoming, let's talk about character. Character is what you do when no one is watching. It's the invisible architecture of your life. Success built without character is success that won't last. The goal is not just to achieve, but to become a person worthy of achievement. Character is formed by keeping promises, telling the truth, showing respect, and staying humble. It's choosing what's right over what's easy. Every time you act with integrity, you strengthen your foundation. You may not see immediate rewards, but life always pays back character with trust, respect, and peace of mind. And peace of mind, my friend, is one of the greatest forms of wealth. There's nothing like laying your head down at night knowing you lived with honesty, worked with purpose, and gave your best. You can't buy that feeling. It's earned. Now, let's move into the law of preparation. Success favors the prepared. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your preparation. The next 6 months are your preparation season. Whatever you're dreaming about, whether it's a better career, a stronger body, a thriving relationship, you have to prepare for it. Preparation means learning the skills, gathering the tools, building the habits, and conditioning your mind. It means becoming ready for the opportunity before it arrives. Because when opportunity comes, it's too late to prepare. The time to get ready is now. And here's something most people miss: preparation builds belief. When you're prepared, you walk differently. You speak differently. You attract differently. Confidence is born in preparation. If you want to feel confident, don't wait for it. Prepare for it. There's a law I've learned that never fails. What you prepare for, you receive. If you prepare for struggle, you'll find it. If you prepare for success, you'll attract it. Because life gives you what you're ready for. Now, let's talk about energy. Success takes energy, mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual. Guard your energy like treasure. Don't give it to drama, gossip, or negativity. Don't waste it trying to change people who don't want to grow. Use it to build your dream, to invest in yourself, to serve others with value. Every morning, fill your cup. Read something inspiring, pray, meditate, or just sit in silence. The world will try to drain you. You've got to refill yourself every day. Because an empty cup can't pour into others. And remember, energy comes from purpose. When you know why you're doing something, you don't need to be pushed. You're pulled by vision. A person with a strong why can handle almost any how. Speaking of purpose, let's dig into that. Purpose gives life its meaning. Without it, success feels empty. Purpose isn't always found in one grand revelation. It often unfolds through small acts of service, curiosity, and courage. Ask yourself, what problem do I love solving? What brings me alive? Follow that thread. Purpose is less about what you get and more about what you give. As you pursue your purpose, don't compare your journey to others. Comparison is the thief of joy. Everyone's timeline is different. Your chapter 2 might look different from someone else's chapter 20. And that's okay. The goal isn't to be better than others, it's to be better than you were yesterday. Let's talk about faith for a moment. Not just religious faith, but faith in the process, faith in yourself, faith in the invisible laws that govern success. You can't see the whole staircase when you start, but you have to take the first step anyway. That's faith. Faith says, if I do the right things long enough, the right results will come. It's not blind optimism, it's disciplined trust. Faith gives you strength to keep going when logic says quit, because success often hides behind the door of persistence. And persistence, my friend, is another law of life. Nothing can take the place of persistence. Talent won't. Education won't. Genius won't. Persistence is the difference between those who almost make it and those who do. If you keep showing up, the universe takes notice. Keep knocking on the door. Keep sowing the seeds. Keep improving your skills. The day you decide not to quit is the day everything begins to shift in your favor. In these 6 months, learn to master your emotions. Emotions are powerful servants, but terrible masters. You can feel fear and still move forward. You can feel doubt and still take action. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's action in spite of fear. Don't wait until you feel ready. Start where you are. Progress creates readiness. Action builds clarity. The more you move, the more you'll see. Life rewards movement. Now, let's talk about imagination. Imagination is the workshop of the mind where all progress begins. Everything that exists, buildings, inventions, businesses, art, began as an idea. Don't underestimate the power of your imagination. Take a few minutes every day to visualize the life you want. Not just the things, but the feelings, the peace, the freedom. See it clearly, feel it deeply, and your actions will begin to align with it. Your mind is like a garden. Whatever you plant grows. If you plant seeds of doubt, fear, and limitation, that's what you'll harvest. If you plant seeds of faith, creativity, and purpose, those will flourish instead. Guard your garden. Don't let weeds of negativity take root. Every time you say, I can't, you plant a weed. Every time you say, I can, you plant a seed. Choose your words carefully. Your words shape your world. Speak life into your goals. Speak hope into your future. As you go through this 6-month transformation, remember that progress is not always visible, but it's always happening. You might not see the full picture yet, but every step, every lesson, every challenge is part of the masterpiece. And here's a truth worth remembering: life doesn't get easier, you get stronger. Problems don't go away, you grow to handle them better. Growth changes how you see everything. In these months, you'll learn that success is not just about accumulation, but about alignment. Aligning your thoughts, your habits, your values, and your vision. When you live in alignment, you stop fighting yourself. You move with purpose instead of pressure. You'll also realize that happiness is not something you chase. It's something you choose. It's a decision to see the good, to focus on progress, to appreciate the journey. You don't have to wait for success to be happy. Happiness is the fuel that drives success, not the reward for achieving it. So as you walk this path, smile more, laugh often, enjoy the process. Don't take life so seriously that you forget to live it. Joy gives strength to perseverance. And remember, every great oak tree was once a tiny acorn that stood its ground. You may be small now, but Within you is the potential for greatness if you'll nurture it. 6 months of deliberate growth can change your habits. Changed habits can change your results. Changed results can change your destiny. That's how transformation happens, step by step, day by day, thought by thought. You can't control the seasons, but you can control your planting. You can't control the wind, but you can adjust your sails. You can't control what happens to you, but you can control what happens in you. And that's where your power lies. The next 6 months are your opportunity to prove to yourself what's possible when you live with intention, discipline, and belief. Don't waste it waiting for perfect conditions. There will never be a perfect time. There's only now, the only moment that truly belongs to you. So take it, use it, shape it, because in 6 months, you'll either have excuses or results, but not both. And the choice, as always, is yours. My friend, here's what I want you to remember as you walk away from this moment. Life doesn't respond to wishes. It responds to work. It doesn't bend to excuses. It bends to effort. 6 months from now, you'll stand somewhere new, and it will all depend on the seeds you start planting today. Every choice you make, every habit you form, every thought you entertain, they're all building the future version of you. Don't underestimate what steady progress can do. You may not see the mountain move day by day, but climb it one step at a time, and one day you'll look down and realize how far you've come. Transformation isn't a flash of lightning, it's the sunrise, slow, certain, and powerful. So let this be your time. Let this be the season where you stop waiting and start creating. Live these next 6 months with intention. Guard your thoughts. Honor your word. Respect your time. Be kind to others, but be firm with your purpose. Because when you change, everything changes. When you grow, life expands to meet you. And if you'll give your best effort every single day, soon you'll wake up not just in a better life, but as a better person. That's the real victory, not the trophies, not the applause, but the quiet knowing that you become everything you were meant to be. So start now, stay steady, and 6 months from today, look back with gratitude and say, I did it. I became the person capable of living the life I once only dreamed about.